this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. The topic of overseas citizens of India, or in short, OCIs, representing India in international football or maybe even in other sports is a big topic at the moment. And there are certain people, certain groups who are in favor of it, but there are also some who are clearly against it because what observers say it could hurt their interests, their business, their influence, their power. But today I want to talk about what could happen if OCIs start representing India in international football. What could be the positive effects of it? Well, to talk about the negative thing first, a lot of people say, listen, if OCIs come in, it takes away spots of players who play within India, who've come through the system. It hurts the grassroots and youth football in India because these overseas citizens of India are so much better with their football basics that players from within India rarely will get a chance. But I want to counter that point because I think, there could be something speaking for this argument. But I think and I feel that if we look at the impact of overseas citizens representing countries, it is actually for the growth of the overall game, the local game as well. There are the short-term implications, the mid-term and the long-term. And when we talk about Indian football at this moment in time, if we look about our grassroots and our youth football, the way it's structured, the way it is producing or rather not producing talent, then we have to say that we've hit a certain ceiling, we're not able to get above that. And that has been for decades. Let's be very honest about that. So the influence of OCI players will certainly be that, first of all, there is a lot of more interest in the national team. There is a lot of more buzz, a lot of more hope. We've lost a lot of hope in the last few years in Indian football. And if we look at the overall game, then it could help Indian football. And I'll try to answer that why. If we look at Bangladesh, for example, Hamza Chaudhuri starting to play for them has created a new buzz, a new craze. Even corporates have come forward to sponsor where they've not been doing that for many years. So that's an opportunity. There is going to be more coverage, more social media interaction on Indian football just because of the involvement of OCIs. A little bit more of success for the national team will get us a lot more eyeballs than we currently have. Man, success is something which drives a country like India. This in turn could help to grow the local game. This in turn could grow the grassroots and youth football in India because kids want to have heroes, have superstars and want to get to that next level, right? And that is the question that we need to answer ourselves. I do think that OCIs on one side are a potential catalyst for Indian football to be more successful at international level, men's and women's, to not just always talk about the men's game. And on the other side also, we need to look at the overall growth of Indian football. And if we are very honest, it's not been happening. Let's be very honest about it, that Indian football has not grown the way that you or I or we would like it to have grown in the last few years. And getting regularly to the Asian Cup, being maybe able to compete to get into the knockout stages, getting into the third round of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, all of these small little things can take Indian football forward. I'm not even talking about dreaming of qualifying for the World Cup. On the women's side, I think it's even realistic. If we get the right number of players of origin into the game, that the women's team could actually qualify for a FIFA Women's World Cup. But for me, the overall growth of Indian football could be supported by bringing in OCIs, because at the moment, the way things are going, let's be honest, Indian football at the moment is a failed product. And every stakeholder who is involved, how big or how small you are, you've played your part in it. And I, for example, I don't take myself out of it, because I've also played my part. And yeah, I could have done things in a better way, maybe differently, maybe me more assertive in certain things. But we all learn from life. And therefore, I hope people understand getting OCIs, having OCIs involved is an opportunity, is a huge, huge chance for Indian football. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? If you've got anything else to add, write your points down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.